Well, hey everyone, it's Marcus and welcome to more Zooming in the Jungle Room. I am zooming all the way over to Melbourne right now where I'm speaking to Alex Elbery. Alex has just brought out some incredible new music. We're going to find out all about it. But first of all, Alex, how are you?
I'm good, man. Happy to be here chatting to you.
Yay. And I just mentioned before we started recording, I love your leopard print shirt you got on there. I do love a bit of animal print myself.
Thanks, man. I was told you're an extremely well-dressed person, so I felt like I had to really bring my A game.
Ramp it up. I don't know if they said, that I'm a total plant nerd, one or the other. I'm not sure. Hey,
It's a
Alex.
great combo, man. What?
Oh, Alex, I want to say congratulations on your brand new single that's just come out. It's called Ripcord. You would know that though, but it's called Ripcord for everyone else. And it's just been released with also a video clip as well. Congratulations on Ripcord. Can you tell us what it's about?
Sure, man. First, thank you. Ripcord's a song. I wrote it a few years ago. I was actually like part of this program that involved writing like 100 songs in a really short period of time. The idea was just to like basically hone your process and break down the preciousness around songwriting. So at the time, I was writing tons and tons of songs, and really the meaning for Ripcord came clear to me after the fact. So I was writing just based on instinct a lot. Um, and then looking back on it now, it's very clear to me that Ripcord's a song is about falling madly in love, but also having some self-destructive tendencies, trying to balance those things and be the best version of yourself that you can for the people you love, um, and for yourself, obviously. So yeah, it's basically like a love song with a bit of like caution built into it.
Mm. And look, I mean, you're an amazing lyricist. Like I said to you, I've been listening to quite a few of your songs today that are out and available at the minute. One that is playing in the backgrounds now is Kangaroo, an incredible song with some really, really meaningful lyrics. What was your experiences when you were writing a song like Kangaroo? And can you talk about those lyrics with us now?
Sure, man. Kangaroo, one of my favorite songs I've ever written. Uh, so I grew up in Perth, grew up in the hills of Perth, moved to Melbourne about 9 years ago. When I first moved to Melbourne, sort of struggling to survive, as a lot of us do. I had to take quite a physically demanding job. I was driving a truck around and delivering construction equipment and just questioning all of my life choices, missing home a lot, missing my family a lot, and but still really determined to uh, make connections with people here, make music over here. And so Kangaroo was like a song that I wrote piece by piece over a series of weeks, just driving around at this terrible job in a truck, uh, sort of like uh, coming up with it and quickly taking a line down in my phone. And um, by the time it was finished, it was like, I think the first time I played it through start to finish. I like knew exactly how it went. I'd been writing it in my head for such a long time. And yeah, so the lyrics are really just about being sort of like a young person trying to make their own way in the world, carry with them the lessons and the love that they got
Mm.
growing up, and make good on that promise. I don't know what that promise is, but that's sort of how it feels to me. Yeah.
Your first single that is available to us, obviously through streaming services, was in 2017, which is called So Far So Good. When you first started off in 2017 to now, how do you think you've changed as an artist?
Uh, I think that's a great question, man. I don't know if I'm going to be able to give you a satisfying answer, but I'll try. I feel more or less the same. I feel like I've maybe gotten a little bit more concise. I mean, Kangaroo is a 7 minute song. Ripcord is a 3 minute song. trying to do more with less and trying to basically like double down on the things that I think that I've always liked about my own music. Double down on those things and kind of cut out a bit of the noise.
Look, Alex, of course, the way that we consume our music these days is totally different than obviously when we were younger. But have you got plans on creating a full album?
Yeah. I mean, I have, so Ripcord belongs to a EP that's already finished and mastered. So there's that body of work. And then I, would definitely look towards creating a full-length album. I'm an album person still. Like I love to listen to something start to finish. It's a snapshot in time, it's like, and all the best albums tell a story where every track is integral. I enjoy singles. Like I do feel like with Spotify and stuff, so much of what people listen to is like a song on a playlist, and that's it. And it's always more satisfying to me to discover the wider context of a song.
Yep. And look, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, I think your storytelling with your lyrics and your music is worthy of like vinyl. I love
Thanks, man.
But there's not a lot of artists that I would always just rush out and buy on vinyl because some music just doesn't suit vinyl anymore. It is more of a Spotify kind of gig. But your music is the kind of music I would absolutely buy on vinyl. So let's do it. Do it. Put it out
Fuck
there.
yeah, man. Oh, I know I'll sell at least one if I make them. So that's really comforting to know.
Oh, look, and I'll buy one for my mum and dad as well. So you've sold two. There you go.
Sweet. That's already financially viable. Easy.
You know what? I remember as a child, it was my mum and dad that really inspired my love of vinyl because obviously I grew up where mum and dad were buying vinyls all the time, and it was that's what I grew up with. So thanks to mum and dad. Shout out. Hey, I know you've got a Melbourne show coming up very soon to debut the new music that you're producing, but is there chances of an Australian tour soon as well? And please come to Adelaide.
Look, man, if we can get a tour together, I'd absolutely love to. Adelaide would definitely be on the list. I haven't toured with this project. I've toured with some other bands that I'm in. It's like one of those experiences that you hate it and you love it. Like it's a grind, but there's something so satisfying. There's almost like a trauma bonding thing with the people you do it with.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to tour with this music and this project. Adelaide would absolutely be on the list. Maybe sometime mid to late next year is when I'd be looking at.
Sounds great. I will be there. I will be there, and I will expect to buy a vinyl, please. Hey,
look forward to it, man.
Alex, growing up, who were your inspirations? Who were you listening to, on CD or, whatever way you played your music? Who were you listening to? Who inspired your path into music?
Oh, man, that's a great question. There's lots of different like streams and like little chapters in my musical history. First thing I fell in love with was punk rock. I have older siblings, right? So I was getting a lot of stuff from the older siblings, and my brother is 5 years older. And when he was about 14, 15, they used to put on these all ages local punk shows in Perth. And he'd take me along as a 8 or 9 year old to these all ages punk shows. I remember being so embraced and like accepted by the community as like the communal little brother. It was a really nice environment. I remember at one of those shows I bought my first vinyl, which was The Clash, Give Them Enough Rope. And
Wow.
so, yeah, punk was huge for me. And then from there, it was really like the songwriters, right? So like Bob Dylan, Joni Mitchell, Tom Waits, and then my absolute heroes, Bruce Springsteen. And then, yeah, since then, I've listened I had phases where I'd listen to nothing but hip hop for for years. Um, yeah, so my older siblings were pretty pivotal in inspiring my sister listened to a lot of stuff like Ani DeFranco, Alanis Morissette,
Yeah,
uh the Dixie Chicks as they were called, just the Chicks now.
yeah.
And I still love all of those artists. I don't know if I loved them at the time, but they like subconsciously seeped in and then, you know, discovered them on my own, was like, this stuff's great.
I like it. Hey, tell me, I mean, you mentioned obviously the genre punk before, but there's a punk artist from the UK that I'm really getting into a lot over the course of the last couple of years, and I cannot wait till he does a tour again in Australia. But Youngblood, I find Youngblood's lyrics, you know, obviously he's a writer as well as you know, plays the guitar and also sings as well. Wonderfully, but his storytelling with his lyrics are insane. You know, he obviously touches on mental health quite a lot. Have you got into much of Youngblood's music?
Uh, Not a lot. I'm obviously aware of him.
Yeah.
I've always liked what I've seen.
Mm.
Seems like a genuine dude, which I like. But I can't say that I'm in the
And
know about it.
I guess the reason I bring him up is because there's tones of what I see in his lyrics. He's kind of like a punk modern day version, I guess, if you like, of, you know, the Bob Dylan era, I suppose. You know, the thought that goes into his lyrics are, you know, very impactful, and it's all about, like I said, you know, the world we live in, society, and all of that. And that's what I see with your lyrics as well. So that's why I make mention of Youngblood. And
Makes sense.
so I applaud you for your lyric writing, because I think it's just wonderful and it's really truthful. So well done.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. Do you have any recommendations of like the best Youngblood album or song to jump into?
Well, you know what? I'm literally every single day or every single week when the new music comes out from, you know, artists, I'm expecting to hear a new album release or something from Youngblood. The last single he brought out was Breakdown. And there's just been and that was probably a good couple of months ago now, and there's been a couple of remixes of it, etc. But listen to when we get off the chat, Google Youngblood Breakdown, but watch the video clip version of it, because his storytelling is exceptional. And
Awesome, man.
again with your video, I'm giving you another compliment now, but I see that with your
Bring it
video.
on, bring it on.
Yeah, give me more. But I see that same storytelling with your Ripcord video clip as well. So yeah, check out Breakdown. Hey, enough about everyone else. Let's talk more about you again. Who are you enjoying listening to now? I mean, we spoke about who you listened to growing up, but who do you listen to now for your inspiration and your downtime?
That's a great question. I'm gonna bring up my Spotify on repeat playlist because I'm afraid I'll have a mental break and leave. So, Chapel Roan, I can't get enough of with along with the rest of the world. Let's see what have I got here. The Menzingers I've been listening to a lot of. There's a local Melbourne band called Baby Shower, who I adore, who I've been listening to their EP a lot. A band called Spanish Love Songs.
Yep.
I'm a big fan of. Yeah. Ray LaMontagne has been on my playlist a lot.
Love it. Love it.
Mm.
Hey, now, if you were to do an Australian tour, well, let's talk about the Melbourne show that you're about to put on.
Sure.
What's the date of that Melbourne show for the Melbourne listeners?
Yeah, so it's December the 14th. I
Right.
believe it's a Saturday night. It's that Last Chance Rock and Roll Bar, playing with the Lazy Susans.
Yep.
Incredible, legendary Melbourne band. Band called the Flying Sohios. And my friend Kelsey Rimmer, who I play in my other band Damaged Goods Club with, is opening the show with a solo set, which is a bit of a rare treat.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, and that's only a month away. What are we? We're 15th of November, so it's only a month away.
Yeah.
What can we, like, if you end up doing an Australian tour, you know, in 2025? What can we expect from an Alex show?
So we like to put a lot of, I mean, like, I feel like a music show for me, a gig, the best ones I go to, it's like I'm trying to find the right word, communion. I like the feeling of feeling like everyone in the room is like a witness to the same experience. We're all going through it together. So I definitely like to create a memorable, emotional experience. We put a lot of energy into it. I put a lot of heart and soul into it. Um, we like to dress up in silly clothes sometimes. We like to dance around. Um, but I do like to put a lot of heart into it.
What does music mean to you, Alex Elbery?
Mm, it's a slippery beast, isn't it? Music's everything to me, man. It's have you ever heard that saying that talking about music is like dancing about architecture? Like, yeah, it just, no matter what I say, I feel like I can never quite pin it down. It's it's like my best friend. It has gotten me through like some really devastating hard times. It's a way to connect with people. That's the thing I think is that I love most about music is the connection that it brings with bandmates, people who like the same music as you, with your family. My dad plays music as well, and some of my happiest memories are just us sitting, not saying anything, and both just noodling on guitars. Yeah, that's what music means to me.
I was just spying in the background there. You've got an array of guitars all lined up there. Which one's your favorite?
Oh, my favorite one's actually not here at the moment.
Oh, okay.
My favorite one that's here is my SG. I love the SG, but my favorite is my Fender Tele. It's in this beautiful finish called the Dark Night finish. It's like a really dark blue.
Yeah.
Had my eye on it for a long time before I got it, and now I'm very happy with it.
I like it. Alex Elbery, I absolutely am totally into your music. I'm addicted now, so I'm expecting more and more music from you. Please, for the love of God, give me more music because I need some more. Keep on writing, keep on doing your thing. I think you should be so bloody happy with what you achieve musically, let alone anything else in your life. Please come to Adelaide as soon as possible. Everyone, please get out and listen to Alex Elbery's music because it really is good. And really listen to his lyrics because the thought and the energy that goes into it is exceptional. Alex, thanks for the chat. What a blast.
Thanks, man. I enjoyed it so much. I enjoyed hearing you say all of those incredibly lovely and nice things about me. Holy shit.
You know what, Alex, if we've got nothing else to do in life, just be kind, right?
Yeah. What's that saying? If you can't be anything else, be kind. If you're not sure what to be kind. I agree. Yeah.
Maybe that can be your next song. I like it. There we go. Inspiration.
Sorry, you got co-writer credits.
Alex, have a wonderful upcoming weekend. So lovely chatting to you. And I look forward to chatting again more down the future.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I'll see you when I'm in Adelaide.
Yes, I look forward to it. Thanks, buddy.